Hey, what's up YouTube? It's iAzerXD here, and today I will be bringing you my Blue Eyes Galaxy deck profile. I played this in my local tournament last Thursday and came second, losing only to Cosmo. So I was a bit gutted, but through play testing and through this tournament itself, I found that this deck is really consistent, and more often than not you can open up with 1 to 2 Xyz monsters. As you can see here, I do run a few synchros, but synchros I only really go into if the situation calls for it. For example, they have monsters that destroy my monsters, I want to go into Azor Eyes. But yeah, so this variation of the Blue Galaxy deck is really good. I enjoy playing it and it was really fun to build. I'll get cracking on my main deck for you guys, I don't want to keep you too long. We're running 3 copies of Blue Eyes and 3 alternative dragons. Alternative plays off Blue Eyes, and obviously both are level 8, so they're pretty decent targets for trading. If anything, if you open up with both of these and trading, you want to reveal to special summon this, then trade in this Blue Eyes here. That way you've played that formation of cards out really well. Obviously this card is really easy to get out, and it can pop a monster as well, so this is definitely at 3. I find that if I wanted to, I could cut Blue Eyes White Dragon down to 2. But I think just for personal preference, I'm going to keep it at 3 because it looks quite nice with that 3. Next we have 2 copies of Dragon Spirit of White. Sorry for a little bit of glare on the camera there. Yeah, 2500 beat stick, level 8, so it's another trading target. And the only reason it's in this deck is to deal with spells and traps that your opponent controls, because this deck really hates back rows. And obviously you can tribute it out via its own effect to special summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon vanilla monster from your hand. Now we're only running 5 tuners effectively. That's 3 stones and 2 sage. Your sage will search for your stone, so it's quite easy to get stone to your hand. But stone is mainly in here as sort of discard fodder from stuff like Melody of Awakening Dragons and whatever else I've got in here like that. Basically, stone, when it's sent to graveyard, during that end phase you special summon a Blue Eyes from your deck, and that's where you special summon your Dragon Spirit of White to deal with trap cards and spell cards that your opponent has set on the field. But also its ability to banish itself to recycle a Blue Eyes monster from graveyard to hand is really beneficial, especially since you can draw into multiple copies of alternative and Blue Eyes and just keep recycling onto special the alternative. And in a nutshell, that is basically all the Blue Eyes monsters that I run, or Blue Eyes themed monsters. Moving on to the Galaxy section of the deck, there is 2 Photon Dragon. It's another trade-in target, a 3k beta, and there's so many cards in this deck which can special summon back the level 8 monsters, whether it's Galaxy Eyes Photon or the Blue Eyes stuff. And it really makes it very, very easy to go into your rank 8 plays. Next, we're running 3 copies of Galaxy Soldier. Its ability to ditch a light monster from your hand and special summon itself, and then obviously when it's special summoned you get the search ability as well. More often than not you'll want to discard your White Stone of Ancients, just so on the end phase you get a free Blue Eyes monster. And obviously you can search for another copy of itself via its own effect, play the exact same combo again, and go into your Nova then Infinity. And Soldier is just really, really cool and really beneficial in this deck. Next we have 2 copies of Galaxy Knight. Again, there's a bit of glare there, I do apologise. But Galaxy Knight's really good because if you control a Galaxy monster or a Photon monster, you can normal summon it from your hand without tributing. The only cost of this play is that Galaxy Knight loses 1000 attack till the end phase. But more often than not, you're not going to bother attacking with Knight, you're mainly going to go for a rank 8 play. And if Knight is normal summoned via this effect, you get to special summon 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon back from your graveyard. So, like I said, it's really easy to go into rank 8 plays. I would possibly consider running this at 3, but if I ran this at 3, I feel as though I'd have to run Photon Dragon at 3, and that's just taking my deck count way too high. Next we have the 1 Wizard. I would like to run 2, but again it's a deck count I'm thinking of. Wizard can easily become a level 8, and then it can be used in conjunction with Galaxy Expedition. But the main effect of Wizard you want is to tribute to search for a Galaxy card, a monster spell or trap card from your deck, and that's why it's in there. Really beneficial. And the last two Galaxy cards I run are two Galaxy Eyes Cloud Dragons. I'm getting sick of this glare, to be honest. I do apologise. You contribute this card to special summon a Galaxy Eyes monster from your hand or graveyard. So it's an easy way to bring out your Photon Dragon. It's also an easy way to special summon and recycle the Photon Dragon from your graveyard, or one of your Galaxy Eyes Xyz monsters from your graveyard, such as 101, Neo, or Cypher Dragon. And its ability once per duel is that you can equip it as a underlay material for your XYZ monster. So Cloud Dragon is really cool in this deck. Now that's all the monsters I run, so I'll swiftly move on to spells. I do apologise. Okay. 3 copies of Trade-In. You run so many level 8s in this deck that it's rude not to have 3 Trade-In. Then we have 3 Melody of Awakening Dragons. Your main targets with Melody are Alternative, Blue Eyes Alternative, Blue Eyes White Dragon, and your Galaxy Eyes Photon. Running it at 3 is really good, although it can be cut down to 2. Next we're running 3 copies of Return of the Dragon Lord. This is a beautiful card because it can recycle your Blue Eyes Alternative, or your Galaxy Photon from a graveyard, and then its banish effect is pretty sweet too. We're only running the 1 Galaxy Expedition. It could be knocked up to 2, but again it's a deck count, so 1 is fine at the minute. If you control a level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster, you can special summon 1 level 5 or higher Photon or Galaxy monster from your deck in face-up defense position. So it's an easy way to get another Photon Dragon or a Knight or a Wizard out, a Soldier, just to make more plays into your Nova/Infinity or your rank 8 plays. Next we're running 2 copies of Twin Twister. Sorry, again. Basically this deck dislikes and detests back row cards, so getting rid of them is essential. So that's where Twin Twister comes in, along with Dragon Spirit of White. Next we're running 2 copies of Dragon Shrine, just to get your Blue Eyes in the graveyard, along with a Stone or a Photon, in which you can play Knight's ability afterwards. 1 for 1 is an easy way to get a Stone or Cloud Dragon onto the field to play their effects simultaneously. Galaxy Zero, sorry. Yeah, Zero is a good card. The only downside to it is that the monster can't use his ability or attack, so running 1 is decent because it can bring back Photon, which can then be used to go into a rank 8 play. For 1 Silver's Cry, this can probably be cut out, I think. And if I'm being honest, I can probably cut Silver's Cry out for a 2nd expedition. But yeah, Silver's Cry's in there now just so it's an easy way to bring back your Dragon Spirit of White, just to deal with back row. And V1 Soul Charge. Soul Charge is most definitely not needed, but it's in there for the same reason as Silver's Cry, just to bring back your Dragon Spirit of Whites, or your other level 8s to make more rank 8s and stuff like that. So basically that's all the spells, and the 2 traps I'm running is Tachyon Transmigration. This is a really beautiful card, and it's definitely worth running in a Galaxy build or a Blue Galaxy build or whatever you want to build. But this is really beneficial. Okay, so that's the main deck. I think actually that was a deck count of 43. But yeah, it's still just over 40, which I don't particularly like. Okay, so Synchro Monsters, really quickly. 2 Blue Eyes Spirit Dragons, 1 Azure Eyes, and 1 Moonlight. These are just in there, as sort of tech cards that I rarely ever go into. And even if I do go into them, they're mainly just stalling cards until I can slap out a rank 8 and go on the offensive. Next we have a Nova and an Infinity. You can't run Infinity without Nova, and vice versa. Infinity is a really good card. If you can open up first turn Infinity and then first turn Lancelot as well, I don't really see your opponent doing much from there. Next we have the number 38. This is great, if your opponent plays a lot of spell cards or the deck is spell heavy, it's really beneficial, and maybe knock this up to 2. So you can always side deck an extra one of these just in case. Divine Dragon Knight Felgrand, lovely ghost rare, and again, my cards are not very central, so I apologise. This glare's annoying as well. But yeah, from there we have 107. 107 is primarily used to go into Galaxy Eyes Full Armor Photon, which is then used to go into number 95 Dark Matter. Dark Matter is really good in this deck just for the amount of dragons I run, so I can always get its XE summoned ability off, and obviously detach one to attack twice. Then we have number 62, obviously running Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon in here is good, and running this in here using Photon Dragon as XE's material is really beneficial. Next we have one Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. This is essentially my baby. If I can get this out, I've almost more than likely won. And then last but certainly not least is the new Galaxy card, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon. I like running 2 Cypher Dragons, so I can always side deck one in if I'm playing a mirror match or a Blue Eyes. Sort of, if I'm playing against the Blue Eyes build. Because I can always use Cypher Dragon to steal one of their level 8s, then use one of my level 8s to make another rank 8, and then they would not get their monster back during the end phase. So yeah, it's really good, and I would like to run 2. But yeah, so that's my Blue Galaxy deck build, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and I'm going to try and be a bit more regular in terms of upload schedule. Yeah, leave a comment in the section below. Just let me know what you thought of this deck build, how you think I can probably improve it, or if there's any things in the deck you disagree with. Obviously, I'm aware that running 43/44 cards in the main deck can be a bit of a hindrance, but there's enough draw power and deck thinning capabilities in this deck that it doesn't particularly matter. But anyway guys, this is iEzraXD signing off.